Thailand. You see it in the restaurants and in the little street stalls, and I adore it. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a really easy version that you can pull off no problem at all. First thing we always need to do is take some rice noodles. They don't need cooking so much as just softening in a bit of hot water for a start off. This dish really contains flat rice noodles, a lovely kind of sauce that imbues all these gorgeous citrus flavours. We've got that tamarind paste. I'll take my fish sauce in there, and also a little bit of that lovely palm sugar. So to take the stress out of it, what I do is I mix my sauces first, I get my noodles all ready, so that then the cooking procedure can kind of be uninterrupted, which is the best way to go. Just a little bit of lemon juice, and I'll just warm this sauce up as well, just so that, again, when I add that to my pan of noodles, I'm not bringing the heat down in my pan. Don't feel obliged to use a wok. What you really want to get away with is just any sort of pan that has a very thin surface, not a heavy-based pan. So I've got my citrus juice in there, adding my tamarind, fish sauce in here, round about 2 tablespoons. And lastly, in with a little bit of my beautiful palm sugar. Probably in the end about 1.5 tablespoons. Sometimes I grate them, but today I'm just going to chop them because I'm going to heat the sauce, and therefore they'll kind of dissolve on their own with a bit of heat. So in goes that sugar. A little bit of water in here. Not too much, just to dilute that tamarind. Yep, you've got the sweet, the salty, tanginess of that tamarind paste and the fish sauce. That's excellent. And we just want that to get warm. I can see already that these beautiful noodles have just softened up really well. So let's drain these. Great. Next thing I want to do is fry off some garlic and some chilli and just a few spring onions as well. Now with my garlic, I want them to be in little slithers because I'm going to fry them till they're quite brown. Garlic and chilli take about the same amount of time to cook, and they're quite quick to burn actually because they have both quite a high sugar content, so therefore you've got to watch them a little bit, so I'll do them both at the same time. I can still remember the first time that I travelled to Thailand, and I hitchhiked up through Malaysia and across the Thai border, and the first thing that I encountered was this big barbecue full of chicken and a stall selling pad Thai, and I just fell in love with Thai cuisine from that moment. It was like nothing that I'd ever tasted before. It was so spicy and, I don't know, just all the flavours were incredibly enchanting for me. I loved it. And my sauce there is just nicely warmed through. So I can turn that off now. And the great thing about having that nice and warm is that when I add it to my pan of noodles, it's not going to bring the heat of the noodles down. Okay, I'm almost ready to cook.
I'm gonna need to know you. You're gonna need to show me. I'm gonna need to find a way to get to your place. I'm gonna need to know you. You're gonna need to show me. I'm gonna need to find a way to get to your arms.
So this is where it can all start to get a little bit crazy. And that's why I'm happy for all the preparation that I've done. I've got a pretty hot pan going on here, and that's just the way I like it, although it does add to a little bit of the old stress level. So they've started to really develop some colour, and I can smell the caramelising of that garlic. In go my noodles. Straight away into the pan. Make sure they're nicely separated. If you don't think you need them all, don't put them all in there. Oh heck, why not? Just moving it around. They're now nice and hot, so in goes my sauce. And the key here, once your sauce goes in, is to just keep those noodles moving around the pan. The place where most people kind of go wrong with pad Thai is they let that heat start to get too low in the pan. You really want to keep it up high. Okay, secret ingredient now is some egg. I'm going to crack 2 eggs into this and just scramble it around. And it starts to look a little bit disastrous at this stage. Don't worry. Let it sit there, let it start to set a little bit after you've scrambled it, and then I'm going to start to bring the noodles back into the egg. Now we've got our spring onions going in. And the trick again, keep that moving around your pan. And I'm ready to serve that up. Oh, and then it's really important that you serve it with the right condiments. And this is what you need. Some nuts, which I'm going to put all over the top. There we go. Lovely big handful of coriander. The other condiment that I love to use is the lemon. Again, you can use the lime, but the old lemon is the poor man's lime in my world. Use the core to give a nice big squeeze over at the end. A couple of chillies. So there we have it, a really simple pad thai. I guess I better have a little taste, huh? Mmm. Great textures, all the balance of flavours in there. And what I like about this dish is you could have it for a starter, for lunch, and in Thailand, it's not uncommon to have it at breakfast.
Come on in, darling, here we go. She's the one, oh, don't you know? Can't you see?